All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we've got some big news on Rashee Rice, and if you're a true fan, you'll want to hear every detail. His journey back to the field is shaping up to be one of the biggest stories heading into the 2025 season. So let's break it all down. What happened, where he stands now, and what this means for the Chiefs moving forward. First, let's rewind to 2024. Rice was off to a promising start before disaster struck in Week 4 against the Chargers. A freak accident, Patrick Mahomes, collided with him, left Rice with an LCL injury that turned out to be more severe than initially thought. Just as he was finding his rhythm in the Chiefs' offense, his season was suddenly over. You could feel the impact immediately. Without Rice, the receiving corps struggled to find consistency, putting even more pressure on Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Fast forward to today, and there's a reason for optimism. Head coach Andy Reid recently provided a crucial update, stating that Rice is on track to be ready for camp. That's huge. If he can participate in training camp at full speed, it gives him a chance to get back into sync with Mahomes before the season kicks off. The Chiefs are counting on him to play a key role, and all signs point to him making significant progress in his recovery. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Rice can return to the same level he was at before the injury? Or do you think this setback might slow him down? Drop a B in the comments if you believe Rice will come back strong, or a D if you don't think he'll be the same player. Let's see where Chiefs Kingdom stands on this. And speaking of his impact, let's take a deeper look at just how important Rice was before his injury and why his return could be a game-changer for the Chiefs' offense. Now, let's talk numbers, because Rashee Rice wasn't just another receiver in this offense. Before his injury, he was showing signs of becoming a true difference-maker. If you look at his rookie season in 2023, he made history by setting the NFL record for most postseason catches by a rookie with 26. That's not just good, it's elite company. Going into 2024, expectations were sky high, and he was delivering. In just 4 games before the injury, Rice had already posted 2 100-yard performances. That's the kind of production that proves he was building real chemistry with Mahomes. Think about it. He was on pace for a breakout season, showing flashes of becoming the Chiefs' true WR1. His ability to create separation, make tough catches, and be a reliable target in critical moments made him an essential piece of the offense. Now, let's compare those numbers to the rest of the Chiefs' receiving corps. In 2023, Rice was second only to Travis Kelce in total receiving yards, outproducing every other wide receiver on the roster. And in 2024, even with just 4 games under his belt, he was on track to once again be a primary target. The absence of that kind of reliability made life tougher for Mahomes and forced the Chiefs to adjust their offensive strategy. So, what happens if Rice comes back at full strength? Well, it means Mahomes gets one of his most trusted targets back. It means defenses will have to respect the middle of the field again, opening things up for players like Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown to stretch the field. And it means the Chiefs could finally have the balanced passing attack they've been looking for. Now, let's settle a debate. Who do you think will be the leading receiver for the Chiefs in 2024? Will it be Rashee Rice coming back stronger than ever? Or will Xavier Worthy or Hollywood Brown step up and take that top spot? Drop RR for Rashee Rice, XW for Xavier Worthy, or HB for Hollywood Brown in the comments. Let's see who Chiefs Kingdom is betting on. Coming up next, we'll break down how the Chiefs are designing their passing game for 2025 and why Rice could be the missing piece that takes this offense to another level. All right, now that we know what Rashee Rice brings to the table, let's talk about how he fits into the Chiefs' offensive blueprint for 2025. Because if he returns at full strength, he won't just be another piece of the puzzle. He could be the key to unlocking a dangerous, high-powered passing attack. Kansas City's front office made it clear this offseason that they wanted more speed and versatility in their receiving corps. That's why they added Hollywood Brown and drafted Xavier Worthy. The plan? use their speed to stretch defenses vertically, forcing safeties to respect the deep ball. And that's where Rice becomes even more valuable. Analysts like Albert Breer have pointed out that the Chiefs envisioned an offense where Worthy and Brown create space on the outside, while Rice and Kelce dominate the middle of the field. This kind of setup plays directly to Mahomes' strengths: quick reads, fast decision-making, and maximizing mismatches against defenses. Rice's ability to get open in short and intermediate routes is exactly what makes this system work. And let's be real. When Rice was on the field in 2024, Mahomes trusted him. That chemistry doesn't just disappear. If Rice picks up where he left off, the Chiefs' passing game could be as explosive as ever. Defenses won't be able to double-team Kelce as easily, and Mahomes will have multiple options on every play. Now, here's the big question. Do you think the Chiefs should still look for another receiver, or is Rice the WR1 they've been waiting for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the front office make a move, or do they already have the right weapons in place? Next, we have to address the elephant in the room. There's one more obstacle Rice needs to clear before he can fully focus on football, and it has nothing to do with his injury. Let's talk about the off-field situation that could impact his 2025 season. Now, this is the part nobody really wants to talk about, but we have to. As much as we're excited about Rashee Rice's return, there's still one major question hanging over his 2025 season. Will he be suspended by the NFL? As you probably know, Rice was involved in a legal situation last offseason in Dallas. While he didn't face any immediate consequences during the 2024 season, the NFL has been conducting its own investigation, and based on how the league usually handles these cases, a decision could be coming soon, potentially before the start of training camp. The league has changed how it approaches these situations in recent years. In the past, they were quick to hand out suspensions before the legal process even played out, but now they tend to wait for all the facts before making a ruling. That's why Rice didn't get suspended last year, but with a trial reportedly set for July, the NFL might finally make its move. Now, here's some good news for Chiefs Kingdom. According to reports from inside the organization, the belief is that if Rice does face a suspension, it'll be minimal. Since he's a first-time offender, some insiders think he could get anywhere from 0 to 4 games, depending on how the league evaluates his case. And if that happens, it might actually work in the Chiefs' favor. Think about it. If he misses the first few games, that's essentially like starting the season on the PUP, physically unable to perform list, giving him even more time to make sure he's 100% ready to go. But what do you think? Should the NFL suspend Rashee Rice, or should he be allowed to play right away? Let's hear it. Type Y for yes if you think he should be suspended, or N for no if you think he should be cleared. Coming up, we'll wrap things up with a final look at what this all means for the Chiefs in 2025 and why Rice's return could be a game-changer for Kansas City's Super Bowl hopes. So, where does all of this leave us? After everything we've covered, his injury recovery, his impact on the offense, and the uncertainty around a potential suspension, what can we realistically expect from Rashee Rice in 2025? If all goes well, Rice could be the missing piece that takes this Chiefs offense to the next level. His chemistry with Mahomes is already proven, and with the additions of Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy, he won't have to carry the entire receiving corps by himself. Instead, he can thrive in a system built to maximize his strengths, working the short and intermediate routes, picking up yards after the catch, and keeping defenses honest so they can't just focus on Kelce. And let's not forget, when Rice was healthy, he was on track to become one of the league's top young receivers. If he stays on that path, the Chiefs might finally have their long-term WR1. The only real question now is whether he'll be on the field for all 17 games or if the league will step in with a suspension. Either way, expect him to play a major role in Kansas City's push for another Super Bowl. Now, I want to hear from you. How big of an impact do you think Rice will have in 2025? Will he be the Chiefs' leading receiver, or will someone else step up? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on everything Chiefs related, make sure you're subscribed to Total Chiefs. We've got you covered all season long.